James Cameron, the legendary Canadian filmmaker and deep-sea explorer celebrated for blockbuster epics that have redefined cinema, recently shared a candid anecdote from the very beginning of his career. Now 71, Cameron has built an unparalleled legacy with films that blend groundbreaking visual effects, ambitious storytelling and massive scale. Titles like Titanic, The Abyss, the Terminator series, True Lies, Aliens, and the Avatar franchise have not only grossed billions but also pushed technological boundaries in filmmaking. Yet, long before he commanded enormous budgets and Oscar wins, Cameron started in the gritty, often unglamorous world of independent, ultra-low-budget movies. The story dates back to his early involvement in the 1980 science fiction film Battle Beyond the Stars. Cameron landed a role as production designer after the original designer was abruptly fired, thrusting him into a high-pressure position with little preparation. On his very first day, the production manager sat him down and outlined his duties in a way that shocked the young drug-free Cameron, who at the time considered coffee his strongest vice. The manager laid out an array of items on the table: petty cash vouchers, crew lists for swing and day shifts, lighting equipment referred to as black beauties, and most startlingly a supply of cocaine. When a bewildered Cameron asked what he was supposed to do with everything, particularly the drugs, the response was matter-of-fact. He was expected to distribute the cocaine to the crew as needed. In essence, part of his job had suddenly become acting as an on-set supplier. Cameron recounted the moment with a mix of disbelief and wry humor, explaining that he had no interest in or experience with recreational drugs. For him, the revelation was eye-opening about the informal, chaotic culture that permeated certain corners of low-budget filmmaking at the time. Crews worked grueling hours for minimal pay, and substances like cocaine were sometimes used to keep energy levels up during endless shoots. The phrase, "we'll work for coke," captured the desperation and makeshift ethics of that era's bargain basement productions, where survival often trumped professionalism. This anecdote sheds light on the super low-budget world, as a place where corners were cut not just financially but ethically and logistically. Films like Battle Beyond the Stars were Roger Corman-style quickies, fast turnaround genre pictures made on shoestring budgets to fill drive-in slots or video markets. They provided entry points for ambitious newcomers like Cameron, but they also exposed the uglier underbelly of the industry: exploitation, substance-fueled work environments, and a casual acceptance of behaviors that would be unthinkable on major studio sets today. Cameron's rise from these humble, chaotic beginnings to becoming one of Hollywood's most powerful directors is a testament to talent, determination, and innovation. He learned practical skills on the job: model building, set construction, special effects, that later informed his mastery of large-scale productions. Yet, reflecting on that first day, he described it as pretty nuts, acknowledging how far the industry has come in terms of regulations, worker protections, and professional standards. The story serves as a reminder of how much has changed in filmmaking. Modern big-budget blockbusters operate under strict union rules, safety protocols, and anti-drug policies, while independent cinema has professionalized in many ways. Still, echoes of those early days persist in ultra-low-budget projects, where passion often collides with limited resources and questionable shortcuts. Cameron's willingness to share this memory highlights his grounded perspective. Despite his achievements, he hasn't forgotten the rough edges of his origins. It humanizes a figure often seen as larger than life, showing that even titans of cinema started in environments far removed from red carpets and award ceremonies. The anecdote also sparks reflection on the evolution of Hollywood, how it has cleaned up some of its excesses while still grappling with issues like overwork and inequality on sets.